Hey guys, All in Crypto here, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another YouTube video. In this video, we're going to be covering Harmony with the ticker symbol 1. This coin, in my opinion, has some real potential. There is so much fundamentally that is right with this coin, and it's largely been slept on. I've certainly been one of the people who have slept on this coin, and it has really just shot into the top 100. And in my opinion, is going to continue to perform very well. We're going to look at why that is in this video. Is Harmony One the next big thing? We're going to take a look at what Harmony is. We're going to take a look at the price of Harmony. We're going to look at the potential price for Harmony. And I think it has some serious potential, guys. But let's start off by looking at where Harmony is today in terms of price and market cap. So Harmony One is currently 62 in terms of its position on overall market cap. It's currently valued at around about 16 cents. Currently down on the 24-hour around about 9.7%. And up around about 60% on the weekly, and currently has a market cap of only $1.5 billion. So plenty of room to grow there, in my opinion. Sorry, $1.6 billion. Plenty of room to grow there, in my opinion. And this is a coin that when we get into it will become very apparent why it is valuable. Now let's start by taking a look at exactly what Harmony One is. The website, by the way, can I just say, is very, very impressive. This is a very upfront and honest website where they've kind of laid all kind of cards on the table, and very impressive. And one thing that I want to point out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you what Harmony is essentially first, and then we'll kind of go through this and we'll go over some real points that it has. Essentially, Harmony One is a smart contract blockchain in a similar way to how Cardano and Ethereum are smart contracts blockchains. So they are a competitor to these guys. And you can see here, if we look at the protocol features, essentially they have compared themselves, which I think is a very brave thing to do, certainly on your website, to Ethereum Layer 2, and Cosmos and Polkadot. So they're comparing themselves openly with their competitors, and you can really see why this is a competitor. Essentially, they want to be very, very scalable, very decentralized is one of their main goals, and they are indeed that. They are exceptionally scalable. I think the transaction fees are next to nothing, and the block time is 2 seconds, which is extremely impressive. Certainly, when you compare that to Ethereum, which does 25 blocks every 6 minutes, or Polkadot. And Cosmos is still like 3 times the top, takes 3 times as long to create a block as Harmony. So they have some real scalability benefits. And you guys know how kind of unscalable Ethereum kind of is at the moment, because they've been on the proof of work consensus. When they sort of switch over to proof of stake, this is kind of going to change. But Harmony One is already proof of stake, and I think they're the first protocol to implement proof of stake on a sort of sharding consensus. And that's really what enables them to be as scalable as they are. Very, very impressive. And like I say, I think this is a very brave thing for them to do. It really shows that they're not pulling any punches. They're out here and they're telling you, look at our project and compare these with the other. In fact, you know what? We'll do it for you on our website. And I think that is very, very impressive. And I like to see that. And one reason I've allocated capital to Harmony, probably the main reason, is because of the team behind it, and it's really because of this guy here, Stephen C. I'm not sure I'm saying that. I'm not sure I'm saying that 100% correct. However, his last name isn't what's important here. The credentials that this individual has, he's not only worked for Microsoft, he's worked for Google, and before coming and kind of jumping on board and sort of founding Harmony, he was actually at Apple. This guy was one of the key people in kind of coming up with Google Maps, and one of the key workers on the Google Maps kind of application. Very, very, very impressive. The rest of the team are also impressive. I think he has a PhD from the University of Pennsylvania in cryptography. This guy is legit. He's the real deal. And this guy, I've watched interviews where he's given his kind of outlook on the project. Very, very, very impressive, and one of the main reasons I'm actually involved in Harmony. For those of you who've been on the channel for a while, for those of you who haven't, get subscribed, because in this channel we don't hold anything back from you. We tell you the truth about projects. And that is what I'm doing on this video. You know, when I'm talking about the crypto space, you guys know my opinion. I think there are still trillions of dollars to flow into this space as a whole in terms of the overall market cap of it. And a coin like Harmony that has very, very solid fundamentals has a great chance of accumulating some of that capital that's going to flow into this market. So when we're talking about price, you know, we're on a $1.6 billion market cap. For the capabilities that this coin has, I think a 10x is more than achievable probably by the end of this cycle. End of this cycle being the end of this year, sort of early next year, because I follow the Bitcoin 4-year cycle theory. I base everything off that. It could significantly outperform that. Could you see a 20x? It's absolutely possible. A 20x would sort of be where you see coins like Cardano, Binance, BNB Coin, and Polkadot currently. Could that happen? Absolutely, it could. Is it possible? It depends on a number of variants. This coin has found it very hard to kind of get mainstream adoption. It's only really recently, I mean, guys, a couple of months ago, how many people were really talking about Harmony? When really, if they had looked into the project, they kind of should have been. Solid project. I'm convinced of that, and it's very, very, it's very, very well founded. Not only that, they're very open. They have more nodes than a number of other people. That they're kind of relying on the community to run this, and that's the whole idea of them being decentralized. And they have some very, very impressive credentials. So if we take a look at the price of Harmony, a lot of people look at charts like this. I mean, what's it done? You know, there's no kind of. It's still, a young chart. There's nothing. It's just been born. There's nothing that's a lot of people look at something like this and they go, oh, well, it's done great. I mean, I'm not going to invest in this because I don't think it's going to go, it's going to have a sell-off or something like that. Trust me, in the crypto space, you are better off not timing the market. You are better off finding a project that you like the look of, has great credentials, and putting your money into it and seeing how it progresses. And a coin like Harmony, and do your own research, guys. None of this is financial advice. Has fantastic credentials. It is extremely scalable, which is great. We've seen Ethereum's have problems with that, and I'm sure we'll find other coins that have some sort of issue. And is very, very compatible with other smart contract consensuses. So it's compatible with Polkadot. It's compatible with Ethereum. They have an Ethereum bridge. They are essentially working the name Harmony, and I think Stephen Shih said this in one of his interviews. The word harmony really derives from the overall aim of the project. They want to work harmoniously with the rest of the space, and essentially, how they want to do that is they want to interoperate with all these other smart contract blockchains. So the main things I want you to take away from this video is really what Harmony is. It's a smart contract protocol. It's a smart contract blockchain in a similar way to how Ethereum and Cardano and BNB and Binance Smart Chain and Polkadot are. There are similarities in terms of staking. You can stake Harmony, by the way. There are similarities in terms of staking. It has some similarities with Cardano in the sense that if a node kind of gets too big, the staking rewards will diminish. Cardano has a similar kind of consensus in that way. But this coin is solid. You have ERC20 tokens on Ethereum. We have the Harmony 20 tokens. So there are definitely some similarities, but there are also a number of differences. And one of the main differences is the kind of the scalability. It's extremely scalable. The shard size, it has significantly more nodes. Of course, Ethereum, the current Ethereum doesn't have any kind of a shard size because it doesn't use sharding yet. They beat everyone on that kind of consensus. They're very, very competable, in my opinion. And like I say, when you look at this chart, a lot of people will be thinking, I'm not going to jump into this because, it looks kind of high right now. But what I wanted to do, we have Ethereum here. If you go back to Ethereum back in 2017, when the kind of the start of the last bull run happened, then we'll take a look at what the kind of chart looked at there, and you can see similarities. This is just. I mean, it doesn't really mean too much. But what it is showing you is that it's if you guys are waiting for a significant pullback, that pullback might not come with Harmony. And to me, certainly when I'm investing, I look at the fundamentals of something, and if there's strong fundamentals there, the price at the current moment doesn't necessarily matter that much because you can really understand where it could be. But Ethereum essentially looked somewhat similar back in 2017 at the start of the bull market, you can see that it just went up, and there'd been a lot of people that were looking at this and they were kind of going, yeah, we're not going to invest in this simply based on how high it looks. And then, of course, we all know how 2017 played out for Ethereum. The reason I'm comparing it to Ethereum is because they're both smart contract blockchains. You could compare it to a number of other things. You could compare it to something like Chainlink and how that market structure played out at the start. But that is it. That is really all I want to get off my chest and give to you in this video. Harmony One, go and take a look at it. Please go and take a look at it, because it could be a serious contender. I think it's going to take a little bit of time. The other kind of smart contract blockchains are already kind of out there. They have a great sort of community base on them, and I think this coin is perhaps going to take a little bit of time to get there. However, in terms of price, I think a 10x is more than achievable, where we see like a $16 billion market cap. And could you see a 20x in the future? Absolutely, and it could significantly outperform. All they need is a couple of big contract deals. It's a very small market cap so far, so it isn't going to take a large inflow of money coming into it to really move the price. So that's all I have for you in this video. Harmony One, in my opinion, I am taking that investment simply based on the fundamentals and really based on the team, based on Stephen and his kind of goals for this project. So that is all I have for you in this video, guys. If you have found value out of this content, a like is definitely appreciated, and comment. I do these videos for you. I want to know your feedback, some improvements, even if it's negative. Any kind of feedback is good feedback for me. If just try and keep it clean. There's some of you guys that really go very hard in the comments. But I mean, if you want to spend your time doing that, sure. So that is all I have for you. A like, a comment, and get subscribed, because this is one of the realest YouTube channels out there, and we're going to continue to go from strength to strength as a result of that in terms of our subscription size. So thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Goodbye.